Hi friends, I am Agarwal sir from NESM. Today we are going to start learning linear equations in two variables. What do you mean by linear equations in two variables? An equation which contains two variables and degree of these variables is equal to 1 is called linear equation in two variables. I have written some examples on the blackboard. One by one we shall see these examples. The first example is 4x plus 3n is equal to 12. In this example you can see there are two variables x and n. The degree of the variable x is 1 and the degree of the variable n is also equal to 1. And therefore, this is linear equation in two variables. See the second example, 3x square minus 7y is equal to 30. Here you can see there are two variables x and y, but the degree of the variable x is 2, and that is why this is not a linear equation in two variables. Look at example number 3. We have two variables x and y. The degree of these two equations is equal to 1 and therefore this is a linear equation in two variables. In the fourth example you can see there is x into 0. 0 into x will give you 0, and as 0 into x will give you 0, only one variable y is remaining, and that is why this is not a linear equation in two variables. See example number 5. We have 0 into y. 0 into y is once again equal to 0, and that is why this is not a linear equation in two variables because only one variable is left out. Look at the example number 6. Here you have a term 4xy. The degree of this term is 1 plus 1 and that is equal to 2, and that is why this is not a linear equation in two variables. See the next example. It will deceive you. First of all, we'll express this equation in the form ax square or ax plus by is equal to c. So 4 into x is 4x plus 5 into x is 5x. 4 into y is in fact 4y plus 5x upon x into y, that is equal to 4. And we get 4y plus 5x is equal to 5x is equal to 4xy. So the degree of this term is 1 plus 1 and that is equal to 2, and therefore this is also not a linear equation in two variables. The general form of linear equation in two variables is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a, b and c are real numbers. X and y, these are the variables. So, once again to conclude, linear equations in two variables are the equations in which there are two variables and the degree of these variables is exactly equal to 1. Now we shall study how to solve the linear equations in two variables. Just 1 minute. We'll take one example from the textbook. We'll take one example of our own. X plus y is equal to 10 and x minus y is equal to 5 we can write. X minus y is equal to 5 and x plus y is equal to 10. We shall call this as equation 1, we shall call this as equation 2. Now carefully look at these two equations. In equation 1 there is a term y, in equation 2 there is a term minus y. When there are opposite terms in the given equation, directly add these two equations. When you add those two equations, plus y and minus y will get cancelled. What remains is 2x plus 15. 2x is equal to 50 will remain behind. Therefore, x is equal to 15 upon 2. therefore x is equal to 7.5. After getting x is equal to 7.5, we will also try to get what is y. Try to understand, putting x is equal to 7.5 in the equation 1, we get, what do we get, my dear? We get, in place of x will write 7.5 plus y is equal to 10, and therefore y is equal to 10 minus 7.5, and therefore y is equal to 2.5. So y is equal to 2.5. That is the answer for y. And finally, you will write the answer in this way. Therefore, x is equal to 7.5 and y is equal to 2.5 is the solution of the given simultaneous equations. So this is the simplest of all the problems that we study in linear equations in two variables. Thank you.